Thank you. First of all, you don't have a problem hearing me, but I'll run the microphone, but nobody's ever accused me of saying that I need a microphone, so until I hear otherwise, I'll just speak from here. Senator Henry, first of all, I want to appreciate your willingness and thank you for, being willing to stand out there and take some very direct questions, and also for your work and your fellow task force members over this past year on this. I know it hasn't been easy. It's certainly what I'm sure has made it a difficult decision for Senator King on this. Both sides make some legitimate points here. One thing I want to talk about is the moral obligation versus the fiscal part of this issue. Because they seem like two very, distinct parts, and it seems to me the majority of the conversation centered around the fiscal impact, be it to the budget, to hospitals, to healthcare community at large. But you mentioned if there's any change on the federal level, and say the cost match goes from a 90-10 to a 70-30, that we, within 30 days, we could, do some emergency pause and begin to, roll back our expanded Medicaid population. Does it become any less moral based upon the cost sharing match changing at the federal level? Do we not still have a responsibility for those folks that have received insurance, via the promises of previous general assemblies?
I guess that's, we make decisions every day based on what we like to do versus what we can afford to do. Okay? That is a fact of being General Assembly. I think we are getting ready to go to the fiscal session and we're going to weigh that issue a lot. And some of us are going to raise some tough questions about our moral obligation to take care of kids in the foster care system versus some of the other projects that are involved. We have those decisions and we make those judgments every day. And the fact is, as much as we may feel an obligation to try to help somebody who's working 40 hours a week, a single mom with 2 kids with some sort of more affordable means to deliver health care than just tell her to show up at the emergency room when she can't stand it. There may come a point when we just simply can't afford it. That's reality. And that's why you get this incredible legislative power to come out here and make those hard decisions. But the fact is, it is serious decisions that we struggle with every day. But I don't think any of us would deny the fact that if this goes for 10%, then in 2021 we're talking about 1.9 billion instead of our state share being 190 million. If it's 30% of that, it goes to 3 times that, to $600 million out of our general revenue. We can't do it. And not unless we're going to cancel K-12 with that higher ed now.
Raise taxes.
Or raise taxes. So again, I deny the fact that these are issues that we will continue to have to weigh, and they are best judgment.
I appreciate the response to this, Senator. I think it's the heart of the matter is, I think oftentimes, and I'm going to speak from a conservative point of view, and this is my point of view, not to say that it's everybody else in this chamber, but it's easy to expand and grow government when people don't feel the direct impact on them. When they get their next paycheck and they don't see that there's been any more taken out of it than what was before. And so right now, folks in Arkansas, they're not getting the impact of all this. I'm not speaking from a fiscal standpoint. They're not seeing how it's impacting their bottom line. They're not paying a greater sales tax when you go to the grocery store. They're not paying a higher income tax out of their paychecks. And I ask you is, why was it better off to do the private option versus traditional Medicaid? It would have been cheaper overall, in my understanding of what I've seen, to have expanded traditional Medicaid versus doing private insurance policies.
That's the debate that we had 3 years ago.
I was late to the party, so.
It's not really a debate. It's kind of like right now debating what parts of the Affordable Care Act will change. We can't change that, and we really are at the point right now where the bill we have before us is taking a path forward. I don't think I would tend to agree that just expanding Medicaid to this population is the best answer. Again, there are some concerns I have about either of those paths, and I voice those. But what we do in this business is we weigh some concerns against the other. I don't think anybody